The first few games of the Dallas Mavericks vs LA Clippers series are done. But who will win this rematch and advance to the second round of the 2024 NBA playoffs? Find out after the intro.
Next time on Dragon Ball Z.
Game 1 was a rollercoaster of emotions, and the hopes were high that the Mavericks, after such an impressive regular season ending compared to the Clippers, would have a great playoff run. In the first quarter, through James Harden's impeccable passing and his basketball IQ, Zubac was an unstoppable force, just cleaning up every single board and overpowering the Dallas Mavericks defense. This kind of passing could have definitely helped the Mavericks too, so it ultimately resulted in Kleber vs Zubac, the battle of the bigs. An unfair matchup in my opinion, since Zubac outmatches Kleber in almost every possession, even though it breaks my German heart. Trade Kleber. Just get rid of him, guys.
God damn, that's beautiful.
You're welcome.
Dallas. While all of that was going on, the other centers, Daniel Theis and Derek Lively, were just dicking around, it seemed like. Nobody wanted the smoke from Harden, PG and Westbrook. Dallas in general looked very unconcentrated and not at all locked in for a potentially 7-game long series against the 4th seeded LA Clippers. I mean, this is their rival, right? This is supported by the 26-point deficit after the first half, a monumental task to overcome. But then, in the third, Kyrie Irving started carrying the team a little, hitting clutch threes, and it seemed like Dallas would be able to overcome this massive deficit, cutting it back to only 19 points. And Gafford's defense came back too. Unfortunately, that wasn't nearly enough to contain James Harden and the stacked Clippers team, even without Kawhi Leonard on the floor. In Game 2 of the Dallas Clippers rematch, Kawhi returned from his injury, increasing the tension even more after the LA Clippers easily took Game 1 for themselves. Now it was time for Luka to show why he's been regarded as the MVP candidate for many over the entire regular season, and for Gafford and Washington to prove their addition elevate the Mavericks to playoff-worthy defense. This time in the first, it seemed like they were finally able to contain Zubac, and Luka even had a vicious block on Plumlee and 12 points in the first quarter, showing us that he can not only do offense but also defense. If he would just stop arguing with the refs and actually try to get back on defense. Kawhi, Harden and PG-13 didn't hit a single field goal on Luka during the entire game. Just let that sink in. Now that's GOAT aura for me. Luka finally became hot.
Hold up. Wait a minute. Something ain't right.
Finally hitting the threes for the love of God that he could not in Game 1. All of that while the Clippers couldn't hit shit for 5 minutes straight. Probably because they weren't playing Daniel Theis. But then, in the second, James Harden showed us again why he's the greatest foul baiter in all of NBA existence.
Got him.
Imagine how long a game would go with James Harden and Joel Embiid on the same team. Free throw heaven. In the second half, the game was still so tight that you could almost vividly feel the atmosphere in the LA Lakers arena. Only Kyrie seemed unfazed, making Luka Magic type passes and getting important steals. Their defense tightened up even more, as shown by both teams scoring under 100 points each. Ridiculous thought in today's NBA. Then, during the most important time, Luka went ballistic with his three-pointers, trying to put a nail in the coffin that is called the LA Clippers franchise.
Bullseye! Bullseye! Let us know!
The last 45 seconds felt like a cage match, with Kyrie in the end only running away with his godlike ball handling in order to stop the Clippers from fouling him again. Ultimately, the Dallas Mavericks had an amazing comeback, winning Game 2, and even PG's buzzer beater right at the end couldn't change a thing about that. Now it all comes down how the Clippers play in Dallas. And then finally, the series winner will be determined back in LA, in the Lakers crypto arena. But if the Clippers really want to cling the series for themselves, they just need to keep fouling Lively. Man can't hit free throws even if his life depended on it. Trade Kleber.
Let me repeat that. Daryl Morey is a liar, and I will never be part of an organization he's a part of.
So, das wird jetzt schief gehen. Hoffen wir mal, dass es klappt. In the first quarter, through Harden's